Just I will tell you.
Okay.
Actually, today I am going to start. This is the, we can say, topic will be, means exactly what is the concept, what we are going to learn, and what we can do it. Okay. So this
Okay.
everything, each and every component today I will explain it, and from tomorrow I will start the programming concept. Okay, where we are, what we want to do, and what we can do it in a specified month that we had made a plan. According that we will move. Okay, so what are
Okay.
the term will come and how we are going to use that. Okay,
Okay.
so let's start. So actually, I was explaining here what is the concept of full stack. Okay, so basically, whenever we are going to use the concept of full stack, so really this will be the challenging task, and whatever we are going to make a plan. So according to that, we have to move. So whatever we have made, like today we want to do that. So anyhow, today we have to complete. We cannot keep for tomorrow. Okay, because
Mhm.
we are going to do many complete tasks. So now this the language we are going to learn Python. So this Python word I am keeping besides. Now first of all, now we are going to understand what is the concept of full stack developer. So basically, full stack developer, we can say that this is an all rounder. Like I want to, before starting, I want to give an example. Like one who want to play cricket. Okay, so he or she
Okay.
will be the all-rounder. We can say that he can bowling, as well as batting and fielding. So in every three stages, he or she will be the master of that. Okay, so we
Yes,
can
yes, yes.
say that like he's an all-rounder. Okay. So same thing here. Now we are going to learn the concept of full stack developer. So this is called as an all-rounder. Okay, so all-rounder in the sense, while you are going to develop an application, right? So you have to depth knowledge of entire everything. Fine. So for that, now I have divided into, there are two part. One part we have front end web development. Okay, and second
Mm-hmm.
part we have back end web development. Front end means whatever we are seeing in front side, and next will be the back side. So front end, it means that now we are making a logic, we are designing the process of programming. Okay, like for example, you are opening any bank site or any site. So there will be some, I will show you the example now I am explaining to you. Now how many types of button, color of button we are
Mm-hmm.
going to click, everything, it means how we have to design. So this is called as a basically front end. Okay, how many types of we can use some programming concept, some logic. Okay, so this is called a designing phase. So this is called a front end developer. Okay, and back end side, it means that, like for example, one page is there. Okay, in that page you are going to write your detail, what is your name, what is your address, and what is your mobile number, which course you are going to opt. So this all data will be stored in some other places, right? So this is called as a database. So we have to the knowledge of programming and as well as database, entire we have to club together. So this is called as a all-rounder full stack developer. Now the question is that which programming language you are going to choose. Now we have decided we have to work on Python programming. Okay, in place of that, maybe you can choose Java programming, maybe you can choose C++ programming. So this is called Java full stack developer. So now we have opted Python. So this is called Python full stack developer. Okay.
So stack developer, like you said, all rounder, right?
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
stack developer is a, what is stack developer?
Actually, see, the concept of a stack means layer by layer. Okay. This is also called when you studied first in, first out. A stack. Okay. So first
Mm-hmm.
in, not first out, last in, first out. whenever we will be in queue. In queue means who will come first services he will take or she will take the first service. That is called first
Yes.
in, first out. Okay. But a
Yeah,
stake, yeah, a stake in the form of like glass, any coin we are going to keep. So first, when coin will be go first, okay, then
it will
coin
come
will
last.
be come last. So this is called last
Correct.
in, first out. This is the concept of here a stake. So here, that is that concept we are not going to use here. Here a stake means that this is a technical word, like we can say layer by layer. Whatever knowledge we have, now we are going to use front end and as well as back end. So this both when we are going to combine together, so this is called as a hybrid. What is the meaning of hybrid? That is called mixed together. Okay, right?
Yes.
So this is a hybrid of two, front end as well as back end. So we
Okay.
are going to designing and as well as data we are going to store in proper way. So you will be the master of programming concept and as well as a database concept. Okay, but later after explanation I will explain you. No need we have to become this, okay, because when you are going to work in any company there are many stages, so that I will explain later on. Okay, this is
Okay.
also full demand because you have complete knowledge, so definitely someone is going to hire, right?
Okay.
Okay, so next I want to tell you, like for example, our aim to develop an application in the form of we can say project. Okay, like when maybe when you will be in a final semester, also you have completed one project. Okay, so here finally when we are going to choose, then we have to develop, we have to design an application that entire we can say practical concept project start and complete entire we have to finish. When we are going to start, when we are going to finish, entire complete task we have to do, and this is called complete practical module, right? Whatever now I am speaking, then we have to complete in the form of practical, then only we can say our application is ready. This is not like that everything I am explaining but practical we can't do, we cannot develop logic. So basically a part of a skeleton of the body, like our body. Okay, in this in this body, for example in Hindi we can say atma, we can take out, and Urdu we can say ruh. When I will take out, it means a dead body. Understand? So this we
Okay.
call a skeleton of the body. The same thing, whatever we are making a structure, so in that we have to install our logic in the form of program. So our application will run, our application will execute it.
Okay.
Okay. Any question you want to ask?
Yeah, I'm getting it. Like we need to go with programming, so it's just like Atma, right? Soul.
Uh,
So it will help
yeah, yeah,
the operate the systems. Otherwise, without like there is two things: software and the hardware, right?
hardware. Yeah,
So without software, hardware
mm,
is not going to work.
yeah.
This is the things you are, I think,
This
right?
basically we can say mota mota we are understanding, and later on I will go step by step, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Next, for example, now we made a plan, we have to design an application, and also we can say now we are going to develop a project. So that part also, sorry for
Will
that
you share
because
me that PPT or not after the class?
why not? Everything I will say, don't worry of that. When I
Okay.
committed means I committed. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Uh,
Thank you very much.
so now see here. So this is called when we are going to choose to, we have to develop an application, we have to develop a project. So this is entirely that is based on software development life cycle. That is in short form, we can say that SDLC, right?
Yes, yes.
So here I have represented in the form of picture. First of all, requirement analysis. Okay. So now whatever we have to require, what we are going to do, like we have to develop an application for we can say employee management system. Okay, so in that we have to install the detail concept of the employee, like student registration form. So in that we have to register entire concept of the form, we have to create a form how when our portal will open. So how student will register? Okay, so here
Okay.
first of all, requirement gathering. We have to get the information, what information required for the registration, isn't it right? So
Okay.
after that we have to do analysis. It means that what will be the duration of time, what is our budget, how many employees we have to hire. Okay, everything, entire depth knowledge we have to get it, which software we have to use, which programming language we have to use. So this is the part of the analysis. Okay, when first phase finish, so now we'll move to the second phase, that is called system design, right? So what is the concept of system design? This also I want to tell you. After coming from India, I got 3-4 times fever. Okay. See here. So designing in the, it means that software developer, now we need complete whatever the application we are going to design. We have to take the details, concept of the technical, all everything, like how types of screen, how screen we are going to design, what will be the database, like we have to use a Oracle database, we have to use a MySQL database, what is the, which type of database we are going to use, then SKS is proper flow of data, then system interface, like user interface and system interface, what interface we are going to provide, and what type of prototype, when our final product will be finished, and our, we have to link together. So what will be a term and condition? So this is called software requirement specification. Also this is called SRS. It means that all standard requirements we have to complete, and whatever expectation required, then we have to design, and after that we have to get the approval from the client. Because when our product will be ready, our application will be ready, and according to term and condition, now client will be refused, they will say no, I don't want. It means that our money, our everything will be lost, right? So all detail, term and condition, everything we have to discuss with our client, right? So this is called a designing phase. Okay, for
Okay.
example, I want to tell you, like our vision means our aim should be clear. Whatever we are going to develop an application, so this will be the final product design we are going to design, and that should be final, clear. There should be no any obstacles, right? So now, for example, I want to give here example, like ship builders, they want to make. Okay, so now more than a vision, whatever we are making a plan, more than our plan, we have to work. 100% we have to give the output, because now in a market there are competition, more companies in a market, and we have to compete in that. We have to lead among that company. Then only we will success, right?
Right.
So now here other example I want to give. For example, let's continue with our ship example. So ship builders, they made a vision. Their design on chances are high and the result would not match your expectation. For example, now we are discussing with client. Okay, we are discussing with client. So what client expectation, then we have to, our beyond the level of the client, what client want, we have to make exact and perfect design, and we have to propose with client, right? And we'll finish our term and condition, and now client will satisfy our requirement, our documentation, everything, a specification in the form of documentation we have to give. And when client will say yes, then we have to complete our code. So a developer will be begin to start code that should be beyond the limitation, right? Understanding? So this is called as an all-rounder. We are going to learn designing phase, database, everything. We have to use the entire concept. Is this clear?
Okay.
Any question?
Yeah, like you said, like you have given one example about the first step, right? Requirement. So
An
like what is the
analysis.
requirement we
Yeah,
need
what is
to,
the
yeah,
requirement and what is the
and
analysis? Then we have to
Yeah,
get the first, like I given, we want to develop a student registration form. So how we can
yeah,
design, how many types
yes,
of
yes,
front end will be, and which
yeah,
programming language we are going to use. It takes how many days to
correct.
complete, okay, and how many required employee to complete this. Is this clear?
Correct. And in the design term, we talk about like a um,
I will come. Your question is there. I will come. In that we can use HTML, we can use CSS. All I have,
mhm.
I'll move step by step. Only here, first phase I explain the system requirement. What is a system requirement? We have to our requirement analysis, and we are going to design.
Okay.
Okay. And suppose if I
Yeah.
go back, see, after designing, see here, we have to implement. Okay, we have to
Yes.
implement in the sense
Yeah.
that is called as a
Like
code.
can I speak something?
Why
In the
not?
design, definitely we also need the review from the audience or public, right?
Yes, yes,
We
yes.
should go
In the,
ahead or not, like a
yeah,
documentation process.
like you are public speaker, so you have to get feedback from the audience. Am I right? I am speaking correctly. My sound knowledge good.
Yes,
When audience give the
yes, yes,
green signal, you go ahead. Okay, fine. Let's start. If they
yes,
will say no, something problem, then you have to fix your problem. Then audience will be ready to listen. If the problem is there and you are unable to fix, then definitely hall will vacant. Nobody is
yes,
going to
yes.
listen you, right?
So it
So this,
might be, no, it might be like we have a many options you saw, like a C++, Java,
hmm,
right, Python.
hmm.
We also discussed which programming language is suitable for that particular application, right?
Yeah, this also I will discuss at last,
Okay.
because if you want, so I will tell you here 2-3 minutes. Why? Because this is a Python programming language easily
Hmm.
suitable with artificial intelligence. Okay, so nowadays everyone is going to opt this and very simple way to learn. This I will discuss later on
Yes.
at last. Okay, now I am here
Okay.
explaining software development life cycle. We have some phases we have to complete, right?
Okay. Okay.
So first, like a requirement to finish, system design finish, then implementation. Basically, implementation, this is called as a coding part. Okay, we have to code, and after code, we have to check whatever we have executed. We can say we have coded our program. Is it wrong? Is it right? So for that, we have to execute. When execute, then we can see our
Can I explain
program. Our
testing?
yes, yes, yes.
Okay, you can complete. Then I will explain testing. I think I knew about it. Testing, I think I
Okay.
know.
Testing,
Complete the coding
okay,
process
listen.
first.
Testing, this is nothing. This is called as executing our code. Whatever, like you are a student, okay, and I am teaching everything. So finally, I am going to test you. So how we can test a student? By writing the examination. Okay, then we can test. You got A plus, you got A, whatever. How much you have depth knowledge of that your subject. So how we can check? But with the help of examination. So same thing, testing here. Whatever we have
Right.
code, we have written the code. That code we have to execute. So this is called as a testing. Our program is running, our program is not running. There is some debug, there is some problem. So here we have to fix. And finally, we will deployment. Deployment, we can launch our application. And after that, their maintenance. It means that there will be some virus, some bugs. Then who will this maintain? So this also we have to fix, we have to discuss with customer. Okay, because later on he or she don't know that, then we have to, according to a term and condition, we have to complete this, right?
Yes.
Now in the picture form, something I want to represent you can understand somewhat. Like here we have two part. First front end,
Mhm.
and second part we have back end. So front end, see, from the programming
Okay.
language, we can develop web application. With the help of internet, it will run a web application, mobile application. Okay, and also we have third application, that is called desktop application. So from programming language, we can develop three types of
Okay.
application: desktop application, web application, and mobile application.
Definitely.
desktop application, mobile application, and as well as
Hello.
web application. Yeah, I am hearing you. Yes. Hello. Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Mhm.
Okay. So now I was explaining we have two part, front end and back end. So this I want
Yes.
to represent you in the form of picture so easily you can understand something. Because when we
Yes.
have clear image in our mind, like for example, now from the mobile you are going to call someone. So when you are dialing, so
Mhm.
immediately you are going to picturize something in our mind. Okay, the person will be this such
Right.
type. Then according to that we are going to deal, and about that we are going to speak, right? So same thing when any application picture will be in our mind, so according to that we can work fine. So here we have types of front end, how we can design applications. So there will be a desktop application, there will be a front end application and mobile application. Now many applications executing in our mobile, fine. And some
Right.
applications we can execute from our systems, from the laptop, from the desktop, like we are writing any banking website, okay, and any applications, so it will execute it, fine. So same thing here, this is called a front end. So whatever it may be, like you are opening like airindia.com. So when we are going to write airindia.com, so this page will go in server, okay,
Mhm.
or
The
we are going to
request we
write,
can say, right?
yeah, or we can say onlinesbi.com. So this
Mhm.
onlinesbi.com, it will go to the where is the server, and whatever we are requesting, is it this available in server? If yes, then server will respond. So this is called as a
Okay.
web server, right? and
Mhm.
and when server will respond, then what we have to do, according to our requirement, we have to write the username, and after that we have to write the password, okay. And again that username password, this will go to the database, that is called as a backend. At the time of registration page, we have entered everything. What is your name, what is your address,
Mhm.
what is your mobile number, CIF number, it means that bank detail we have entered. So where is that information? That information is stored into a database, right? So now this server is going to interact with application server, this database and file server. Okay, file server required the entire data and this database. So we have to become the master of this front end as well as the back end. So definitely when we will be the master, now we can think how much demand and how we are going to proceed our job. Okay,
Okay.
clear? Any
Yes,
doubt
yes,
here?
yes.
Any component you want to ask? What is front end,
Let
what is
me,
back end?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Huh.
Okay, let me little explain. Like we have, written something, right? We want some information, right?
Yeah.
Okay, like a SBI Bank.
Hmm.
So it will
Yeah,
reach here.
see,
Okay.
see,
Can
see,
you
for
explain me about, tell
one
me?
minute, see, for example, now in a website, we are going to open onlinesbi.com, okay?
Okay.
Or let me do one thing. I will show you. I will show you better practical form. Now here online SBI. Okay, this opened. Okay. Now here
Mhm.
there are two types. One we have personal banking and one we have corporate banking. Right?
I'm not able to. Are you showing or you are just telling
Acha.
with your
Okay.
words?
Oh. Okay. 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 Stop sharing. Now I will share. I will share. Yes. Now this. Is it clear? You can see now.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So now see here, I written here online SBI. Okay.
SBI. Okay.
Okay. So now here, when we open this, so we have in
Mhm.
our hand two options: go for personal banking and go for business banking.
Okay.
Which option we have? Now, for example, I clicked here personal banking. Now, personal banking, when I have clicked, now see personal bank continue to log in. Logins
Mhm.
asking, see, username and password. So when
Okay.
we have registered this page, so this data,
Mhm.
this our data is stored into a database, right?
Right, right, right.
Clear? So now I am
Correct.
now I am coming back to our where I was explaining. Okay, then you can understand. So now see here.
Mm-hmm.
So I was explaining this this image. Okay, this picture I was explaining. What is
So
the
like
yes, go ahead.
for example, I'm the user, right? So I have
Yes,
registered my number, email ID, so that can be saved by application server, right?
yes, application, that is in
Okay.
database. This
Okay.
is the concept of application server. Okay, and what
Okay.
and whatever we are going to sending the request. So this request, like whenever we retain our username and password, so same thing
Mm-hmm.
at the time of registration,
Mm-hmm.
we have written entered, so exactly
Mm-hmm.
our information will match from the server. If matching, then it will open. If no, then invalid password, invalid username. And
Okay.
after here also some condition, after 3 times it will block for 24 hours, right?
Yes, yes,
so
right.
so
So it will
this
match with application server, right?
yes, so yes,
Okay.
from the database whatever we have entered at the time of registration, so this is going to
Mm-hmm.
match. This is called validation. There are very stages when you are going to write a
Mm-hmm.
code, so there will be some stages we have to move and
Correct.
we have to complete one stage, right? Is this
Correct.
clear?
Correct.
uh, so
Yes, yes.
this I am representing, I am showing in the form of picture, you can understand. So this front end we have to design, and later on we have to be the knowledge of database, how server is working. Okay, so this is
Correct.
called as a full stack trainer, full stack developer, right? Training in the
Mm-hmm.
sense, now employee we are giving the trainings, that is trainer, and developer means we are developing. So requirement will be like Python full stack trainer. It means that we have to train to the employee,
Okay.
right? Now,
Okay.
now here somewhat like we can say, this is the full stack development roadmap. Roadmap in the sense, now here the concept, which programming language you are going to choose. So we have opted
Hmm.
here Python programming language. Okay, like for
Correct.
web application, desktop application, mobile application, which application you are going to develop. So this is basically also we can say the concept of career option. And nowadays we have high demand. Why? Because
Yeah.
you are the all-rounder. When the selection process will be there, and now we have the depth knowledge of in any area, any domain, so definitely they are going to hire, right? When we are going to play also, like in our India, Dhoni, why he selected? Because he was all-rounder. He can batting, he can fielding, and as well as bowling also, right? So
Yeah, you're
basically
right.
we have to develop such type of concept in our mind. At least when we will be the 100%, so not 100, at least we can score 90 plus. And when you can think like a 90, then you can score 80. Okay, so we have to think
Yes.
high. For thinking, for dreaming, there will be no any obstacles. So we have to think, a thinking capability, thinking capacity we have to increase, right? So
Correct.
now, when we will learn this, so now this is the concept data science and machine learning. Also, this will we can do it later on. This all are the high demand. Easily computer. This all are the part of the artificial intelligence, and this Python programming easily compatible, right?
Yeah.
Uh, Now I want to tell you, now many companies using Python programming. So now like Google also using, Facebook, Quora, Amazon, Stripe, Instagram, many Netflix and Reddit, Dropbox, NASA company also, the government company using. So many companies have started to use this Python programming language, right? Now the concept is that just now you asked me regarding, so how we can design front end. So for front end designing, we can take the concept of, see here, HTML, that is called English like language hypertext markup language, and later on also
Mhm.
we can say some DHTML, JavaScript concept, and CSS. So this basically what is the meaning of that, we can see this. I will explain here. This is called CSS. Basically,
Yes.
CSS called cascading style sheets. So what
Yeah.
is the meaning of
Color.
cascading? Yes.
I think
Yes.
you know I study about like when we pull the coloring or something, right?
Yes, yes. Basically, that's what
I
I told you.
studied about.
Front end we have to design. Okay.
Yeah,
So
which
basically,
color should be?
our concept is that now we will be here to whatever we have knowledge, we are going to learn that we can represent in the form of practical, right? So now with the help of HTML, how we can design a screen, the paper, and other media, and it can
Right.
control the layout of multiple web pages. Sometimes we are opening the multiple web pages, right? So like for example, here I have representing a style sheet 1, a style sheet 2, a style sheet 3 and 4 and so on. So one by one I will represent you. Now for example, I have clicked on a style sheet 1. So how we can cascade, so this is a part of designing. We can design, right? Second, for example, I clicked here a style sheet 2. So this is one part. Okay. Now I clicked here 3. So this is one style. When I clicked 4, this is one style. Clicked next, this is a one style, right? So now this all design, how we have to design, we have to discuss with our client. Okay. Who is giving the order, we have to
Okay.
discuss, and according to that we have moved. Because now when we have designed and later on client will say, no, I don't want. So it means that we have to huge loss. Okay. So everything, term and condition, we have to move with the discussion with our client, isn't it? And according to that, we have to
Yes.
design. Is this clear? Here, any question you want to ask for this? What is CSS? What is HTML?
You know, like you said, like you have you know shown me like a 4 options, right? I'm
Four,
talking
five
about in
options.
the terms of front, right?
Actually, there are many options. This is the
Yeah,
just
yeah.
we can say example. I'm
Right, right.
representing you what it will be when we are going to do some coding. So exactly how we can code, right?
Yeah, yeah, right, right.
Uh,
So I mean to say, when we are going to develop any kind of application, right?
yeah.
So we need to go with a multiple option as well.
That's what. Actually, I
Always.
want to listen. I want to finish topic. Then after finishing, because the slot will be only 45, and Zoom will be
Okay,
off.
okay. Right.
Then after that, I will
No
discuss.
problem.
Okay. Okay.
Sure, sure.
Just 3 4 minutes. I want to complete here. Now see.
Yeah, sure.
So Python having many frame. Okay. Many we can say API application. Application interface, application programming interface, many we have, like when we are going to install, when we are going to work, right? So this all detail I will give you tomorrow in programming concept, who develop, which platform you are going to use, right? Now here something I want to give you example, and I want to finish very soon within 5 minutes. Now here we
Okay, sure.
have, like for example, we are going to choose any framework, okay? But when we are going to design any application, so that application will be should be secure, okay? Because now every day everyone, like our life also, we want to secure. Okay, so when we are
Right.
going to develop application, that application will be secure. Then only anyone will buy, or anyone can use it, right? Am I right? So here we can take some help of Django and Flask. This are many things like Pyramid, Cherry Pie, Falcon. So many applications we have with the help of Python, we can take it. Like, so now some familiar application like Django. So Django, while we are going to use, so this will be the for administration purpose, like admin, we can secure, we can use some password, without authorization, no one can access. And this is secure for the database, right? And entire management is going to control. And this framework support the full web API, web application, when we are going to develop, right? So we can get the
Okay.
help of the Django and some, we can say, mini or a small framework, some a small task we are going to use, that is called lighter task. So for that we can use Flask. This is the another framework, right? So this is the only, I don't want to give a more example, only a small Flask and as well as Django. So when we will complete the coding part, means a scratch. A scratch means we will start from tomorrow zero to at the end of that. then we will start a framework that will be Django or Flask. It's clear?
Yeah, sure.
Now, once I'm coming from beginning, just 2 minutes, okay?
Sure.
Like from here, yeah, 3 minutes it will finish. Now here, like we are going to learn Python full stack developer, okay? So this will be
Yes.
the really challenging task, and we can say as we are dreaming, we are making a plan, we have to work continuous task, okay?
Yes. Yeah.
Second, we want to become all-rounder. Like you are public speaker, you are want to speak correctly, audience listen. So same thing, I am a teacher. I want to explain clearly, soundly, because you should
Mhm.
not face any problem. And how I am explaining,
Yes.
I have to work in coding part also. The theoretical part and practical part, both will be okay. Then you can say, okay, Fahim sir, you are good. Okay, right? So here, there are
Perfect.
two things, front end and as well as a back end. So we should know the concept of front end. Also, we have to learn the concept of the back end, right?
Yes.
Next, like we have to design any application. So we can say in the form of project, we have to start and we have to finish. We have to learn the depth knowledge of project, right? So this
Yeah.
also I have represented in the form of picture. Like first requirement analysis, we have to get the information what we are going to make and what are the budget, money and employee, everything. And according to that, for example, if you are going to we want to sell the product in the market, then with client we have to take all term and condition how our product will be, and according to that we have to design. So design, it means that after that we have to use the implementation part. So this is called as our coding part, okay? And when we can do the
Yes.
coding, it means that we have to test. Now our coding, whatever we have done, is it correctly, is it executing, running, everything, displaying correctly, everything? When everything fine, then we have to launch, we have to deploy our application, okay? And after that, maybe sometime also might be heard that now this banking website, just here I'm giving, there are many banks, but I'm giving one bank, this a familiar bank, SBI. This is a, we can say, a technical problem, and they will display the time, evening 6
Right.
o'clock to morning 6 o'clock, our server will be down, we cannot access. So it means
Yes.
that is a
Right.
maintenance part. There may be any bugs, any technical issues they are solving. So now in 1 minute, our session will be finished. Now coming last here. So maybe any question you have. So within a minute, we can finish. And after that, I will give you another link, we can
Okay.
discuss
Okay.
in that.
No,
So,
that's a really good. Like every concept is clean and clear, no doubt. That's
yeah.
good. Yeah. Okay.
Any other question you want to ask?
No, no, any question. I got it. The
Okay.
step by
Then
steps.
thank you very much. And I will give you the now next link. We can discuss
Okay.
something.
Okay. Thank you.
Then we'll,
Yes.
okay, sir?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.